on my screen. Sam Woo in the studio, dropping takes that are so clean. From MLB replays to NBA nights, NFL and college football, NHL fights. He's breaking it all down, no fluff, just straight inside. Woo, who are you? Woo, who are you? I really wanna know who's got the hottest takes. Who are you? It's Sam Woo on the Daily Woocast. Goal or no goal, he's got the call. Devils, Giants, Knicks, and all big sports week ahead. He's live from the mobile studios every day. Whistle that tune while you drink your beer. Sam Woo's Daily Woocast got the remedy. Hot takes, cold facts, no debate. This is the Woo you've been waiting for, mate. Woo, who are you? Woo, who are you? Sam Woo on the Daily Woocast.
Happy Friday, Woocast. This is the debut of the Daily Woocast. I'm your host, Sam Woo, coming to you live from an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey from the Primetime Radio Studios Mobile Command Center here on the Primetime Radio Network and simulcasting on the Let's Go Devils Network as well. I see some in the YouTube live chat. This is the maiden voyage of this, I guess it's a sports podcast. Everybody's got a podcast. Everybody's got a podcast in this world. Even Mike Francesa, formerly known as Mike and the Mad Dog, Mike Francesa, from WFAN from yesteryear, says everybody's got a podcast, but only one does a Woocast. And you're here right now. We're going to talk a little bit of everything. We're going to talk NHL. We're going to talk MLB. We're going to talk NFL. We're going to talk maybe some FIFA soccer. I don't know, but it's mainly regionalized in the Garden State. Because the Garden State, New Jersey, is actually the biggest sports market in the United States. It's not New York. It's not L.A. It's actually New Jersey, because New Jersey borders both New York and Philadelphia. And we're going to talk some New York sports, New Jersey sports, Philadelphia sports. We're going to talk a lot about a randomness on this podcast. It's going to be a noonday podcast. We're going to try it out. We're in beta version, so there were mistakes made. We got off to a late start, not because I didn't get here. It's Windows updates. It's password protection. You got to reset your password authentication. First time doing it here. We're flushing out the bugs. I see Wimpy. I see AJ Visco. And I see Dubzilla. In the Let's Go Devils Network chat room. I also see some of those folks also in the Primetime Radio chat as well. But we are, again, it's going to be a rough ride in the beginning, but we're going to talk sports. But let's start off with the New York Metropolitans and their debacle so far in the month of April. Last night, actually yesterday afternoon, just the same old Mets must end the season. You know, it kind of reminds me of the Family Guy clip where, it's opening day for the New York Mets and the pitch. And then you hear the back crack and the season's over. Well, yesterday, the Mets were playing the Washington Nationals at Citi Field. If you were at Citi Field, you paid more for that ticket and for that misery than, I don't know, a Taco Bell Supreme. I don't know. I saw that meme out there earlier. And I'll tell you, MJ Melendez has had a great April. He was the only shiny spot, aside from Juan Soto's hitting, for the New York Mets, the Metropolitans. And somewhere down the line, Carlos Mendoza still has a job. Apparently, his job security is ironclad. The Phillies, who won their doubleheader yesterday, fired their manager. Interim manager, here comes Don Mattingly, a baseball guy, a guy that's going to get it done. The Red Sox firing Alex Cora, their manager, who's brought them to the promised land of a World Series win. But the New York Mets, it's not Carlos Mendoza's fault. You have MJ Melendez ready to hit, and then you decide to take him out of the game for a pinch hitter, Austin Slater, who got an automatic out. Can't believe the New York Mets. The debacle continues for the New York Mets. How am I still a New York Mets fan? Yankees were off yesterday. But for a Mets fan, it's really, I always say, depending upon your cable channel lineup, if you're watching TV, if you still watch games on TV, on cable channels, it's only one channel away where you see the New York Yankees having a so-called bad season, but somehow they're still in first place. I don't understand it. But the New York Mets, after all the area teams, aside from the Philadelphia Flyers, New York Islanders, New York Rangers, New Jersey Devils are all out of the playoffs. But, they're all out of the playoffs, and it's the New York Knickerbockers. How about those New York Knickerbockers demolishing the Atlanta Hawks yesterday? There was a fight. There was a fight between Daniels and Robinson. One's a heavyweight, one's a middleweight. Daniels from the Atlanta Hawks probably wanted to get out of that mess when you're down 50 points. It almost felt like a hockey game at a basketball game. This is what you do, but it was a little too late. You're down 50 points, so you try to muck it up. That was interesting yesterday. But I'll tell you, thank goodness for the New York Knicks. Thank goodness for the New York Knicks. If you live in the New York City metropolitan area, you at least have something to watch that doesn't piss you off for now. Philadelphia 76ers down 3-2 to the Boston Celtics at home at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Or is it Xfinity Mobile Center? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Beating the Celtics, forcing a Game 7 as the New York Knicks wait to see who they are going to play in the next round. Seeing a lot of comments midday. I hope you're having a great lunch. This is the maiden voyage of the Daily Woocast. Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Mobile Command Center, where we do podcasts everywhere. The Daily Woocast will travel. We got lots of plans for this new type of podcasting. Somebody's just parking next to me right now. Anyway, seeing a lot of the comments. Flyers, Canes, that series. I know Donnell Weaver asked me around 4:50 a.m. in the morning on the Morning Woo about who I thought was going to win that series, and it's definitely Carolina. They're well-rested. They're veterans. Great coaching. I don't think the Philadelphia Flyers are going to get past the Carolina Hurricanes. But we got some games tonight in the NHL. Boston and Sabres. That should be a good one. Back in Boston. Let's see here. I'm getting text messages. You know, I love people when they text me during the podcast. Not that I mind. It's just sometimes I think it's an emergency, but it's not. You know what I mean? If you do a podcast. But this is a Woocast. And I can do whatever I want, which is kind of nice. But tonight's games in the NHL, we got Tampa Bay and Montreal. In Montreal, Montreal leads the series 3-2. Boston, Buffalo. Buffalo leads the series 3-2. I think Boston's going to force a Game 7. Also, Utah and Vegas. In Utah, I'm kind of rooting for the Utah Mammoths. I love John Marino personally. I love the whole concept of the whatever that Zamboni, the Zammoth, or whatever they call it. Pretty cool franchise. Also, tomorrow starts the second round. Carolina and Philadelphia. In Carolina. Carolina Hurricanes, very well rested. But yeah, and I'm telling you right now, sports this time of year, if all the area teams are in the playoffs, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Because look how many professional sports franchises are within the 50 miles of the state of New Jersey. You've got Devils, obviously, Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks. You got the New York Yankees. You got the New York Mets. Don't forget about Philadelphia, the Flyers, the Eagles. Then you got the Giants, Jets. Then you've got the Phillies and the Sixers. So there's lots to talk about. Lots going on in the Garden State. I'm going to read some of these comments here. Let's see here. Looking on the YouTube Live on the Let's Go Devils Network. Let's see here. Max says, the Flyers Arena has more name changes than the Devils GMs recently. Yeah, because it used to be called the Core State Center. Then it became the First Union Center. Then we, as fans, we called it the FU Center for a while. Then it became the Wachovia Center. Then it was the Wells Fargo Center. And now it is Xfinity Mobile. I don't know if it's Center Arena. Michael Hay says, bring back Seaver, Kuzman, etc. The New York Mets. Melander says there's no Chem on that Mets team. I'm telling you, David Stearns, his DNA is on this team, on this roster. And I will tell you right now, that the Wilpons just simply didn't have money. They simply didn't have the money for a team in New York, and the Madoff thing didn't help either. But I always felt that the Wilpons, I'm not a big fan of Jeff Wilpon, but Fred Wilpon, also known as the Coupons, I think they meant well. They did their best. Steve Cohen, same way. But I think Steve Cohen undervalued what he had with the team that he inherited. Pete Alonso, Brandon Nimmo, Jeff McNeil, all these guys. Homegrown New York Mets. But in the era of analytics, it doesn't measure a player's heart. It doesn't measure player chemistry. It may measure results. It may measure certain things, but you can't quantify the team spirit. And I say this all the time with sincerity that the Miracle on Ice team, that beat all odds. How did they do it? And it's legendary, absolutely legendary, the stories of that 1980 Miracle team that won gold in Lake Placid. Thank you, Dubzilla. Says, love the new show, Sam. Says David Stern's doing exactly opposite of what he promised, which makes you wonder in Milwaukee, because the Milwaukee Brewers have done well after David Stearns left. It makes you wonder that the culture in Milwaukee is the reason why they were winning many games and successful in the regular season. Yeah, they had their postseason troubles, but at least they're in the playoffs. You take out David Stearns, they're still doing the same thing. They're still relevant. But when you take the heart and soul out of the team that David Stearns has done, it tells you that analytics and all these Moneyball numbers and all that, you could throw that out the window. It doesn't pass the eye test. And the only analytics that Steve Cohen needs to understand is the wins and loss columns in the standings. And that's all I have to say about that. Hope you like the new podcast on the Maiden Voyage. We're definitely going to add a lot of other cool features on this podcast. It's going to be a midday podcast during my lunch break. So about a half an hour each day. And, we're expanding. Those that are listening are from the Let's Go Devils podcast. But we are expanding. The Primetime Radio Sports Network is expanding. And we're going to be doing cool things now that we have the technology to go anywhere we want and broadcast. Keep it here. It's going to be a daily thing. Still haven't figured out the weekend, how we're going to do the Morning Woo and the Daily Woocast. The Morning Woo has broadcasted 209 straight mornings and like to continue that. Got to figure out what to do when I'm on vacation, when I'm on the cruise. Will I be streaming on the cruise? How does that work with technology? Joey Bin, CO, Sam Woo in a winter jacket on May 1st in an SUV with the windows up, sweated out with Sam Woo. It's actually not. It's actually cold here in New Jersey. What is it? I think it's. I'm registering 53 degrees, so it may look hot, but it's not. Windows up. You want to see my windows go down? Here. I'll show you my windows going down. Woo! You see that? See that on the feed? Anyway, let's see what else. All right, well, we're going to get out of here. I got to make an appointment very soon. Also, big shout out to Mrs. Woo. She was the one that helped me name this new Daily Woocast. Originally, I had it as the Daily Woo, and she's like, no, it's the Daily Woocast. Everybody has a podcast. Only one does a Woocast. So I guess that's what we're going to go with. And we're going to talk more sports. And also, I can't wait to talk more NFL, college football as well. A lot of these teams are having spring games, the NIL, the transfer portal, all that kind of stuff. It's like collegiate free agency. I'm still trying to get used to it. But, man, has the world changed in the last 25 years. I mean, sports betting is legal. 25 years ago, you couldn't really say that. Also, hitchhiking is legalized, known as Uber and Lyft. And also, some places in the country, cannabis is legal as well. Who would ever thought 25 years ago that it's come down to this? The world has changed. We have evolved. So we're going to, we're going to exploit the brains of the operation, is what Joey B says, Mrs. Wu. But also, the Primetime Radio Network, I'm still working on it, but it's at Primetime Radio on X, at Primetime Radio on YouTube as well. We're building the network, we're building the channels, and there's going to be a lot more coming in the future. So I hope you all like it. I hope you like the new song, my new bumper. I'm still working on it. I was actually listening to Busta Rhymes this morning, and you know that song, woo-ha, woo-ha. Yeah, but you know, obviously I can't really copy that, but it would be cool if he allowed me to use that as a bumper for this podcast here on the Daily Woocast. All right, well, getting out of here. So I'm going to play the song right now. Thank you. Dropping the podcast on the Primetime Radio Network and throughout the Let's Go Devils podcast as well. Network. I'll see you later. Till next time, have a wonderful rest of the day. Keep it here with the Daily Woocast.
Dropping takes that are so clean. From MLB replays to NBA nights, NFL and college football, NHL fights. He's breaking it all down, no fluff, just straight inside. Who are you? Who are you? I really wanna know who's got the hottest takes. Who are you? It's Sam Woo on the Daily Woocast. The call, Devils, Giants, Knicks, and all big sports week ahead. He's live from the mobile studios every day. Whistle that tune while you drink your beer. Sam Woo's Daily Woocast got the remedy. Hot takes, cold facts, no debate. This is the Woo you've been waiting for, mate. Who are you? Who are you? Sam Woo on the Daily Woocast.